Hello everybody and welcome on board this Sadler 34 from 1983 for a look around her cockpit and upper deck. And as you can see, we've got a nice big cockpit, plenty of seating for probably 4 people. Nice deep combings here, so we're going to feel like we're isolated from that sea if we want to. I don't think we have dodgers on this boat or spray hood, so that may be something you'd like to invest into just to give you that extra protection. But let's start on the port side of the cockpit. As you can see, we've got a nice big seat here. We're wood lined as well, so good for the keeping your rear ends a little bit warmer on those cold days. And this forms a lovely great big cockpit locker with lots of room down below too. You can see just behind the washboards, which are clear, we've got a nice little cupboard there that's had a lid applied, so there's a few bits and pieces in there. There's one of those port and starboard. And on the starboard side of the combing for the cockpit, we can see we've got a lovely great big self-tailing winch here, and a non-self-tailer there for your spinnaker sheets, etc, etc. But really nice to have the braked ones there if we need them. We have the engine controls to the port side, so we've got the throttle there, we've got the bilge pump there, we've got a nice lazarette locker here which gives us access to the exhaust skin fittings, etc, but more locker space too. And you can see that we've got a nice helm, we've got a nice tiller helm here, again with an extension. We've got a swim ladder set into the pulpit there, which is very good, nice and easy to get in and out of the boat. We'd like to think we have a boat hook waiting there for use, and a throwing buoy as well. And I can just stand on this aft little deck here. Just down here we've got the autopilot controls, and look forwards along the cockpit and you can see it's just really nice and enclosed. Bit of a hop over to get down below through the companionway there, and of course we've got the main sheet here which would generally be in this area, so we'd be navigating around that to get up and down. But nevertheless, not too bad at all, and has stood the test of time over many years, well, since the 80s, a bit like me. Right, let's go to the starboard side. If we look down again, we've got almost a mirror image, except we've got a slightly bigger self-tailed winch here, but we have got an identical Lumar 48 self-tailer here. And just looking forward at the bulkhead, we can see we've got twin compasses, which you don't see that often. Nice sail tide, sheet tidies in place, and over here we've got a self-tailing Lumar 40 halyard winch. We've got the lines led after brakes here, and an array of the usual kinds of instrumentation you would like to find here, just behind the solar panel there, so nice and tucked out of the way, but very useful nevertheless. And on this side we can see we've got another halyard, non-self-tailed, and a self-tailed halyard there too, with the associated winches, brakes for the lines led aft. All very good. So let's hop out, and this is always very important for me, hopping out of the cockpit here, nice and easy. There's nothing really in the way here. We can brace against this stanchion base here, or if you prefer you can brace against the tow rail there, that will be up to you. But once you're out, you're onto a nice deck. It does cant down slightly, so that when she's heeled that way this should be a little bit flatter, etc, etc. We've got a non-slip surface, and point to note, we've got a nice long grab rail here that runs all the way along the coach roof, almost to the very front, so something to hold on to there if needs be, and I would recommend you do. And if you're not holding on, we do have the canvas jack stays port and starboard as well, so you can hook on to your heart's content. Now on the coach roof you can see we've got the solar panel I mentioned, we've got a ventilator there, and mainly taken up by the running rigging running aft, so you can control all those sails without leaving the cockpit, which is lovely. If you come along to the shrouds area, it's either a swing around the outside or a swing around the inside, or I'm electing to just step up onto the coach roof here, gives a better view as well. And there's the foredeck, so we've got a hatch letting light and air down to the forward cabin, and if I just move forward, we've got a nice large foredeck. A few bits and bobs around here. As you can see, we've got the tail end of one of the mooring ropes, but we've got the jackstay lines coming up to the front there, and we've got lovely great big cleats, nice and strong, and we've got the anchor locker under here, which I'll try and show you. There we go, plenty of room in there. We've got the bow roller up there with no anchor in it because the anchor's in the anchor locker, and we've got the furling foresail. Lovely. So I'll just stand up, turn around and show you the length of the boat. There we go. She's looking very nice and pretty and shiny. It's October of 2022, and her upper deck has just been professionally cleaned, as her cockpit has, although we picked up a couple of birds there, as you can see, but that will just disappear. And her interior has been professionally valeted as well, so she's a very nice boat to be on. Smells great. So we're returning back to the cockpit via the port side, and upon arrival I will say that this has been Tim from Boatshed Yacht Brokers, just taking you for a quick tour around the upper deck of this Sadler 34 along with the cockpit. Thanks for joining us. Hope to see you soon. Take care.